What was the athletic department like? What was, what was the status of it?
Facilities were a problem, but baseball, it was just special. We had guys who were really good came to Point Park. Pitt, Penn State, they didn't want to play us anymore because we would beat them, and we had a couple of guys who were in the Vietnam in service and came back to Point Park, so these guys were mid-20s, but they were all-American baseball players. Lou Abel, Harry Westwood, guys who could just flat-out play, and had they not gone to service, probably would have been drafted.
You're 26, you're the youngest play-by-play announcer, especially in a major market. If you can, rattle through your resume, list the professional teams, any sport, all the teams you got to work with. The Indians, Cavaliers.
Yeah, Indians and Cavaliers, and I went to San Francisco, did a little fill-in for the A's, but I was there 2 years, and then my old boss in Cleveland called and said, hey, can you come to Detroit?
Okay.
I'd like you to be my sports director. So that was the first shot to do the Monday through Friday, and then I was there 2 years, and the Pistons were starting in conjunction with another regional sports cable network, and that was really when those things were spawned in the early 80s. And they said, we'd like you to do Detroit Pistons play-by-play, can you do it? I said, sure. I said, is there money involved? Yeah, $450 a game, which wasn't a lot, but it was.
You'll take it.
You're right, just to get your foot in the door. And 3 championship rings later, and 24 years later, it was pretty darn good career. In Detroit, I gave up Thanksgivings every year for 24 years because the Lions always played on Thanksgiving. Integrity, excuse me, is when no one's watching. Tough business because so many young people like yourself, I'm sure, would love to have my job. And that's okay. That keeps the fire burning, keeps the energy going, keeps the desire never to settle. That's another piece of advice, never settle.